It's hard to believe that it's been nearly 8 years since Pokemon X and Y came out on the 3DS. I remember getting it for Christmas way back, and it was just insane to have a Pokemon game on the 3DS that was a full 3D game. Now, obviously, we had full 3D games before, like Stadium, Coliseum, XD, etc., but does it have a mainline Pokemon game in full 3D on a handheld console was like the most magical thing ever. And I wanted to talk about Pokemon X and Y. I understand that X and Y is a very controversial set of games. I definitely understand that. I personally have never hated a Pokemon game ever. I mean, there's no Pokemon game out there that I've hated, at least a mainline one. And I understand people's problems with X and Y. I definitely understand. And I definitely believe that it should have got a Z version. I don't care what anyone says, but I feel like X and Y needed, like, of all the Pokemon games that needed a updated version, X and Y needed Z. There's some things that the game should have fixed that would have been great with a Z version. And the fact that they kind of lumped like Zygarde and all its importance over to Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is really depressing, honestly. I like the idea of Zygarde getting its, like, you know, its multiple forms, like it's 50%, 100%, etc., but I don't like the idea of it just being relegated to a completely different game where it has nothing to do with. They didn't do that shit to Giratina. They didn't do that shit to Rayquaza. They didn't do shit like that, like, at all. So yeah, it sucks, but, you know, whatever. I don't know, man, just whatever. But anyway, I want to talk about Pokemon X and Y today because I like Pokemon X and Y, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it doesn't have any problems, because it definitely does. So let's start with the games themselves. Let's just start off with the intro of this video, let's start talking about the shit they kind of introduce. I'm not gonna talk about everything they introduce because that'll just be like, you know, miscellaneous tiny things I'll be talking about, but let's talk about one thing I want to talk about, it being full 3D. Now, honestly, some people want to rag on 3DS graphics. I'm just amazed that the 3DS can, you know, pump out games that look as good as they do, you know? Like, Pokemon X and Y is a nice looking game, especially when you have the full Pokemon 3D models. This was their first time at tackling a mainline Pokemon game with full 3D models, and I personally believe they did a good job. People want to rag on them for lack of animations and shit like that, and I personally don't care. As long as the Pokemon look good and don't look like a mess of pixels and shit like they did back in the day of Red and Blue, yeah, I can kind of deal with this. I can kind of deal with the way they look like. They look pretty good for what they look like, especially when when Game Freak only really had a year to work on this. Now, I don't know how long they've been working on X and Y, but the fact that they took a year to do all this in the first place is really amazing. So yeah, full 3D, it did a pretty good job, made stuff cinematic. I wish they did more with the 3D instead of having it like as a gimmick, but you know, I think they did pretty well with it. They also introduced a new type in this generation. The first time they introduced a type since like Gen 2, when they introduced like Dark and Steel, they introduced a type known as the Fairy type. And I like the Fairy type. I like the idea of it just, you know, being this cute innocent type that's able to like freaking kill dragons, which is amazing to me. Like, I just find it hilarious at all. Like, and some Pokemon even got introduced with a new type, like, you know, with the new Fairy type. Like, my favorite Pokemon, Togekiss, or Pokemon like Gardevoir, or Clefable. Like, I like those Pokemon that have been changed because I kind of like using them now. So, it's funny when I play Pokemon Let's Go and I bust out Clefable, and now it's not a normal type anymore, it's a Fairy type, which is actually just kind of busted back in the day because there's not really any decent counters to Fairy unless you want to use a Steel or a Poison type Pokemon. But anyway, yeah, after the whole Fairy type stuff, they also introduced trainer customization, which I find pretty cool. People have been wanting for years to be able to customize their trainer, and X and Y does it pretty well. They give you a good amount of options. They don't give you as much, but I think they give you enough to have your trainer, you know, at least look different from the crowd. And they would go on to expand it from games that you know, come afterwards, and I like that. It also introduced something like Trooper Training, which allows you to gain EVs and stuff like that. And I like that they put more emphasis on breeding as well, like, which I'll get into in a minute. But yeah, but moving from all that, I'll go more into depth about those stuff in a little bit. Let's talk about like the rivals, because I really want to talk about the rivals. So we get, instead of your traditional one rival in this game, or as of Black and White, technically you had 3. And as of Black and White 2, you had back to 1 again because of Hugh. See, in Black and White, you had Bianca, Sharon, and N, because I count N as a rival. He was a rival. And yeah, in this game, you have straight up 4 rivals. And the rivals have always been majorly controversial. A lot of people don't like them. There is a subset of people who do like them, but a lot of people don't. My opinion on them is pretty I don't actively hate them, but they don't leave an impression on me. The only character that left that impression on me was Serena, because you battle her more than once. I can remember Shauna and Serena. I could not be bothered to remember Trevor or Tierno. I get the idea what they were going for. They give you a bunch of rivals, and they kind of, quote-unquote, specialize in one thing. I can kind of get that. But honestly, Trevor, is, the most forgettable, because he offers nothing, you know? I get his purpose of him wanting to, expand his Pokedex and et cetera, stuff like that. But honestly, he just doesn't leave an impression on me. And, I don't know, man. And the only reason I remember Tierno is because he was kind of a badass in the freaking Pokemon X and Y anime. Shauna, I like that little scene she had with you when you guys go to that damn mansion. I'm sure it's been a while since I remember the name. But you go to the mansion, you stay with her during the fireworks. I like that. Granted, that's the very few good moments you get with a rival in the game. And Serena is your standard rival, or Calum, depending on the character you chose. They don't really leave an impression, and they don't really get any better as the time goes on. I think that's the one thing that people ragged on about, Ruby and Sapphire, Brandon and May, is that, once you fight them at the end, during Lily Cove City, they barely have a better team, and you don't see them ever again. Now, Serena follows you, or Calum, they follow you throughout the entire game, but their team doesn't really get that much better. And the time they do get better is when you fight them at, back at what was that name of that city? Keloud City, the post-game city, and that's when they're good. But at the same time, that's at the end of the game, so I can't really count that. It's at the end of the game, so what the hell? But yeah, there's that, and the rivals really didn't leave an impression on me. I remember them, and I can still remember them by name. It's just if I want to think of a rival that stuck with me to the end of these days, playing Pokemon. I don't really think of Serena, Trevor, Shauna, and Tierno. I really don't. Now, moving on from the rival characters, now we have Pokemon. Now, Pokemon introduced in this game, it's a low number. I think it's the lowest number as of now, the amount of new Pokemon introduced to this game. And I believe that even with the lower number, they did introduce a lot of cool Pokemon. My personal favorites, I like Greninja. I definitely like Hawlucha. I like the Meowstic line, and Esper is adorable. I like Aegislash, Noivern, Goodra, Tyrantrum, Talonflame, Yveltal. These are cool Pokemon, and I like seeing around. And some of these Pokemon I would definitely use outside of, my main X and Y if I were to have the option to. Greninja, if I had an opportunity to get Greninja outside Pokemon X and Y, hell yeah, I would use them. Hawlucha I've used multiple times in freaking Oris. And then I used them again in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Hawlucha is a really cool Pokemon. I like it. It didn't grow on me at first when I started playing the game, but it really grew on me after a while. Esper and Meowstic, I like using them. They're not the strongest Pokemon, but I like the designs between the male and female form. And Esper is just, just a peach. I found Esper back in Sword and Shield, and I wanted to use it, but damn, once I got the Gardevoir, I was like, no, I couldn't do it. Gardevoir is just too damn useful. And as much as I like Esper and Meowstic, damn, I had to sideline it for that. Aegislash was an interesting Pokemon, especially using for a first Let's Play. I remember trying to use it for my first Let's Play, and I managed to get a hold of an Aegislash. First seeing it as a Honedge, I was like, it's a sword. That's kind of cool. And then it goes to Doublade, which is 2 swords, but then it becomes Aegislash, which is a sword and shield. I also like the name, Aegis/, Aegis, the shield, / the sword. I like that. It flows. The name flows perfectly with what it looks like, and I like that. Noivern would be a Pokemon I would use more often if I was able to get it earlier, because the sad thing about Noivern is that you can't evolve it until way later once you have a Noibat, so that sucks. I don't get any if I don't get any good use out of it, and that's really depressing. Goodra is the same way too, because Goodra is your resident pseudo legendary. You never really get a chance to actually use it much throughout the main game. You can, but honestly, I never saw the purpose of using it, I never saw the purpose of using Goodra. Honestly, you gotta go to a roundabout way of trying to do it. First of all, you have to, get a Goomy, and then evolve into Sliggoo, and then go to a place where it's raining, and then level that, and level the Sliggoo up, in order to get Goodra. One thing is that it takes forever to evolve Goodra. Another thing is that the rain is decided on RNG alone, so And then on top of that, you have to find a way to do it. You have to. I you can't use like a rare candy in the rain. You'll have to level up Goodra. Sorry, my bad. Sliggoo in the rain to do so, and it's not worth it. I mean, if there was ways to get Goodra and Wyvern earlier, or a way to catch them when I'm gonna go to the hassle, yeah, I would totally be behind that more. But whatever. Tyrantrum was also a good Pokemon. Yveltal, Death Bird. I mean, come on, I would be dumb to choose a Death Bird. And Talonflame. But yeah, all new Pokemon introduced in this game. It's pretty cool. I like them. They're all interesting in their own way. And that's not all. We also got introduced to Mega Evolution. Now, Mega Evolution is this crazy ass, anime-ass bullshit where you have Pokemon and you can like essentially make them stronger via a Keystone and a Mega Stone. Mega Evolution was like a hot topic with X and Y. And the sad thing about it is it doesn't really exist these days because Sword and Shield didn't have them. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon had them, but you couldn't get them until you beat the game, and that's what sucks. So yeah, you're kind of barred off of Mega Evolution for like the entirety of the game. I get they wanted to focus on Z Crystals, but anyway. Yeah, Mega Evolution is a pretty cool thing. The sad thing about Mega Evolution though is like not enough Pokemon have it. You feel like some Pokemon who need it, And this ain't a problem exclusive to just X and Y. It's more of a wide problem between this and Oris. So yeah, it sucks, but whatever. I don't have any personal favorite Mega Evolutions. Mega Charizard X and Y didn't really help me out through the game. I wasn't really a big fan of the others. Mega Stars, just for the sole fact that I don't like the way they look, kinda. But, like Mega Venusaur could have looked way better. And I like the idea of Mega Blastoise just having a giant cannon on its back, which, has two cannons, now it has one fat cannon. I like that. I don't know, I just find it funny. There's also other Mega Evolutions I don't believe that Pokemon should have gotten, like especially Mewtwo. I get Mewtwo's Mega Evolution was like a promotion thing for the Genesect movie, but are you kidding me? Why do you give up? Like, giving legendaries a Mega is not a good idea. And it got even worse. It just reached its zenith when they created the strongest Pokemon on the goddamn game, Mega Rayquaza. Megas, like, legendaries should not have Mega Evolutions. Like, primal reversions for, like, Kyogre and Groudon, I can get behind. But not Megas for legendaries, dude. I just don't like that idea because, like, it just makes an already busted Pokemon even more busted. What Mega should be for is for Pokemon who haven't got anything, really anything to them or, whatever. But yeah, it sucks. It honestly sucks. But, whatever. But whatever, what can you do? But anyway, yeah, Megas are pretty cool. I don't have any personal favorite Megas. Like, off the top of my head, I got nothing. I like Mega Mawile for the way it looks. Like, Mega Mawile looks like metal as shit, and I like that. Mega Mawile is metal as shit. I mean, if I were to use Mega Mawile, I would, but all the other Megas are really well designed. I think the one Mega Pokemon I don't like all that much is like Mega freaking Manectric, because you just put like a giant Thunderbolt on his back, and I just hate the way it looks. And I also don't like the way they did Mega Heracross. I love base Heracross, but damn it, I get the idea. It's more like a traditional stag beetle, but like it just damn, I like Heracross more. And I don't like Mega Garchomp either. It looks kind of cool, but dropping its speed stat for the sake of it, Mega. Oh no, you don't just drop stats in Megas. Hell no. But yeah, moving on from the Megas, and as I was talking about before, Legendaries. The Legendaries introduced in this game are pretty weird. Like, I know you got Pokemon like Hoopa and shit like that, and like, I mean, I really can't talk about Pokemon who can't really do much. Like Volcanion and Hoopa, I legitimately can't talk about because I have only gotten them once and never used them. And that's because they were event Pokemon. Like Hoopa and Volcanion, I have no opinion on it whatsoever. I mean, if you want to talk about like movie-wise, yeah, but since we're talking about the games X and Y, I have no opinion on Hoopa and Volcanion. But I can talk about Yveltal, Xerneas, and Zygarde. I feel like Xerneas got the best idea going on for it. And by idea, I mean like the fact that it's a fairy legendary, it automatically has an advantage over Yveltal and Zygarde because it's the type that beats those two types, Dark and Dragon. And that kind of sucks though because like there's no debate on whether, oh man, I wonder what's stronger, Zygarde or freaking Yveltal. No, Xerneas is a stronger one, and it sucks major ass, but whatever. Yveltal is my favorite though. It's a goddamn deaf bird. It's a deaf bird. I don't know what the hell. Like, this is the most metal shit ever. Yeah, we get Xerneas Light Deer, but no, we got freaking Death Bird. Like, literally, Oblivion Wing is the sickest name ever. You can't tell me a signature move known as Oblivion Wing isn't sick as shit. In the Japanese version, they just straight up call it Death Wing. Like, goddamn it. It just made a good impression in the Cocoon of Destruction movie, but, you know, again, that's near and there. And shiny form looks sick as shit, though. The white makes it look so evil and ominous. I love it. But yeah, legendaries are fun in this game. You also get, like, you can catch Mewtwo. You can catch Mewtwo. And if you want more Kanto shilling, you can also catch the legendary birds. The sad thing about it is they still did that same thing where you have to have one bird and, you know, from one bird from one copy and another bird from another copy and catch the third version. Like, I hate the fact that Pokemon does that. Like, oh no, you need a Pokemon from, like, oh man, like, I remember, how an example. I want to bring up a good example. The Reggies, right? The Reggies. No, not the Reggies. Shit. I'm trying to use an example here. Let's say black and white. There we go. Oh, you want Landorus? Well, you need a Tornadus from one copy, preferably Pokemon Black or White, and you need a Thundurus from Pokemon Black or White. You need to have them both in one copy, and then you can use the both of them since the game recognizes demons from those copies to get goddamn Landorus. And it sucks major ass that they do that kind of shit, though. I hate version exclusive legendaries, man, because it just kind of ruins the fun of it. Oh, you got all these legendaries in this game, well, you can't get half of them because you need another version of the game. Like, I don't like the idea of having to play both games, dude, just to get one, like, whatever. Plus, you need like 2 freaking 3. I get they try to promote the trading aspect, but I hate it. And yeah, it's the same case for this game. I can't remember which exclusive, but like, yeah, if you want, you know, all 3 birds, you have to have one bird from each copy and put them together to get the other bird. And I don't know why Moltres has Articuno and Zapdos. Like, I remember ragging on earlier about how legendaries shouldn't have megas, but I feel like these guys should have megas. They did change up to give them Galar forms and Sword and Shield, but I was like, that was like 8 years. That was 8 years later. Like, what the shit? Anyway, moving on from the legendaries, which they're pretty whatever. They're pretty all right. They're whatever to me, but they're pretty all right in general. Now we move on to locations. Locations, I don't know what to even say in this game. There's places that stuck out to me. Either for the music or just the scenery alone. For example, I'm trying to remember the name of the city that was at the end of the game. It's not Snow Point. Snow something. Or something. Like, it was this Wolfrix Gym's town. I can't remember the name. I just like the way it's all covered in snow, like the benches and everything too. I definitely like Anastar City, especially for the music and just how everything just felt so depressing and sad. Like, I like that. I feel like the one location that really pissed me off was like the hometown. You can't tell me that you leave the hometown, right? You walk down Route 1, which is just like, you can't even call it a route. It's a walkway. And then it's a walkway, and then like it has like this little jingle, do 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 do, and like you walk and you literally reach the next town within a matter of like a couple of seconds. And I'm like, what's the point of getting this one route its own song if you don't even go anywhere with it? What the actual shit? I mean, I feel like that location sticks out to me the most because of how bad it is, you know? Like, it sticks out to me because it's just a worthless route. Like, what the shit, dude? Like, you don't go anywhere. Like, damn it, dude. Oh, my God. Any other location that stick out to me? Victory Road was actually pretty decent. It wasn't really anything major, but it's pretty decent. I like Shalor City, though. Just like the music and the scenery, that look cool. But other than that, there's not really many locations that look like that stuck out to me personally. Like any location that like made like, wow, I'll remember this for the rest of my days. Nah. So now we move on to the gym leaders. Oh boy, now we move on to the 8 gym leaders of the Kalos region. Okay, so I guess I could start from the bottom on up. So, you know, I'll get an understanding. So we start with Viola, or Viola, what you want to call her. It's been a while, but I'm going to call her Viola. Viola is the first gym leader, and she's a bug-type gym leader, and her Pokemon are, I think, a Masquerain. No, not Masquerain. Vivian and a Skirskit. Honestly, I can't remember much about Viola. her gym was pretty memorable though. I liked her gym. You got to walk on the little webs and shit. But I don't know. I felt like I liked the gym, but I felt like it was more of a hassle to get through because it was confusing until you figured it out. But like, it's like when you start figuring about it, it's like, man, whatever. Her gym battle was actually fine. When you're starting off, you don't really have many options. So having to deal with Vivian does kind of throw you off, especially with the move infestation. So yeah, Viola's all right for a first gym at least. She was all right. Now we move on to the second gym leader, Grant, and he specializes in the rock type Pokemon. I don't know what to think about Grant. I will admit that his Pokemon having Thunder Wave, I think it was his Amora, like the little dinosaur Pokemon that has like an ice and rock type. I feel like that Pokemon having Thunder Wave was a problem, but honestly, if you have a good fighting type on your team, like you can really steamroll them. I don't remember any of them giving me any trouble, so it wasn't really a big deal. Now we move on to the next gym leader, Karina. She is a fighting type gym leader. And Karina, I feel like, is the most memorable of all the gym leaders in the game. Mostly because you meet her more than once. And she gives you a goddamn Mega Lucario. I mean, she just straight up gives you a Mega Lucario. Like, it's not like just he gave you a Lucario and just gave you the Mega Stone. No, she gave you, like, the Mega Stone, Lucario, and sent you on your way. Like, holy shit. And, Serena. Karina's gym is actually pretty interesting. I think she stuck out more because, A, her design, B, she actually shows in the anime more than once, and C, granted, she also gave you a Mega Lucario. Having a showdown between Mega Lucarios was kind of dumb, but hey, she also gets her own unique battle theme, which is actually cool. Gym leaders don't get that. The fact that Karina actually got her own gym battle theme, like her actual own battle theme outside of her gym theme, is actually amazing. So we move on to the fourth gym leader, Ramos. Ramos is an old man, and he uses a grass type Pokemon. Ramos is extremely forgettable. I barely remember he's in the game, and I only remember his name. I only remember what he looks like because he has like freaking hair sticking out of his chin. It's not like one of those anime things where the hair is going all over the place. He literally has just like freaking small strands of hair sticking out of his face like that. It's in a weird, awkward way where it's not really whatever. I'm not going to talk about it. Screw Ramos. He's not important. Okay, Clement. Now, ignoring anime Clement because he's a lot more interesting. Game Clement's alright. I do like the idea of his sister kind of berating him for her sister Bonnie berating him for shit, and she's running the game show, like a little game show where you have to kind of guess of what certain Pokemon facts. It reminds me a lot of Cinnabar Island's gym, but a lot more flair to it, and I kind of like the flair. But anyway, I like the idea of Bonnie being the one playing a little game show, and you have to fight Clement afterwards. I like that. It's nice having the two of them essentially run the gym together in a way. I like that. Next gym leader is Valerie, and she runs the fairy type Pokemon. Again, I don't remember much of Valerie. I don't even like her design either. She has that weird, creepy black eyes that just creep me out. Like, her design would have worked better if her face wasn't so creepy. But yeah, her fairy type Pokemon are kind of a challenge, especially when you don't have any encounters to deal with. It's kind of hard to find steel type Pokemon at this point, and especially a poison type Pokemon that would work so well. So I kind of had to steamroll every time I play X and Y. Next gym leader is Olympia, and Olympia she runs the Psychic type Pokemon, and I feel like people give Olympia a bit of a too hard rap. People usually call Olympia forgettable and etc, stuff like that, but people hate her. Honestly, I don't even hate Olympia. I like the way her design is, and I like her gym layout. People just give her a rag on her hard, and I have no idea why. Honestly, she ain't even that bad. You guys forgive Ramos, but you see Olivia and just want to rag on her. F y'all, man. Shit. Nah, I'm kidding, but yeah, Olivia ain't that. Olympia isn't that bad, honestly. I like her. I mean, her Pokemon aren't anything special, but I like her gym layout and I like her design, so that gives me something to look forward to. She's pretty unforgettable. She doesn't have much of a personality, but I mean, she's kind of nice. Predicting the future and all that. I wish she could play a important role of seeing the future of Team Flare and stuff like that. That would have been nice. And now we have the final gym leader, Wolfric. Wolfric's a pretty cool dude where he just runs that little Pokemon ranch thing. It's not really a ranch. It's more like a sanctuary for Pokemon that they go to hang out with, and Wolfric's sometimes there. I like that. It shows that he's a carry dude underneath all that, buff, icy exterior, shit like that. I like that. Overall, the lineup of gym leaders of X and Y don't really give me anything to remember. Like, it's not like freaking Pokemon like Diamond and Pearl where I remember all of them for a specific reason, whether or not, or Black and White where I remember the gym leaders from both Pokemon Black and White and and Black 2 and White 2. It's just they don't do much outside the gym. Like as I mentioned before, the only trainer that does much outside the gym is Karina, and she's like the 3rd gym leader. And that kind of sucks. I mean, Clement does when he's trying to turn on the Lumiose Tower, but I can't really count that much either. But yeah, it's kind of sad that the gym leaders don't get to do much. Their Pokemons aren't really that good either, but you know, it's sad, but what can you do? Anyway, moving on from the gym leaders, we finally get to Team Flare. Oh, Team Flare, baby. Oh, Team Flare. You know, I'm not the kind of person to rag on Team Flare, but they are extremely forgettable. I don't like their designs. Honestly, the only I'm gonna go through all the Team Flare members outside the grunts you see in the admins, right? No, not the grunts, my bad. So we have Lysander. Lysander, the leader. He's pretty interesting. He thinks the world needs to be beautiful again, so he's just gonna eradicate all Pokemon and all life. So no, it's like, well, man, I guess we're just gonna kill everyone because the world's ugly now. There's more to that, but I like just racking on the dude. Like, his death was kind of tragic because if I remember correctly, as of if it is in Pokemon X, he'll gain immortality from the little ultimate machine he had, but he'll still get crushed under debris. So technically, he'll be alive forever, but he'll still be under the debris he had from misfire and the ultimate weapon. That's depressing as shit. But you know, that's the only thing I remember much of Lysander, though. You know, but I like his design though. His design is pretty cool. Zero Sick. You know Zero Sick. You know, kind of bald dude, wearing glasses, like Lysander's hot right hand man. He's pretty meh. The only reason I remember him much is because his name was kind of cool. Zero Sick. I mean, come on. Zero Sick. That's a sick name. Zero Sick name. And I want to know who remembers the admins without looking at their names. I remember off the top of my head. Aliana's the girl with the orange outfit. Brioni is the one in the green, Solosa's the one in purple, and Mabel's the one in blue. I remember these girls' names. I do. I actually paid attention to X and Y, and I do remember. And the only one I gave a shit about was Brioni, the green one, because she looked the coolest. The one with the green hair and the green visor and the green lipstick. She's the one who looked the coolest out of all of them. She's the coolest looking one, and that's why I gave a shit about her. I mean, she wasn't really much, but at least she looked cool. Like, she's like one of the coolest Pokemon characters, like looking characters in general. She sticks out for me among the Team Flare members, but yeah, Team Flare kind of sucks. Team Flare is not very interesting, and they kind of suck, and they look really ugly. Yeah, I get the idea of Pokemon X and Y promoting beauty and fashion and all that, but your villains are actual fashion freaks. I don't know if that was what you were going for, but yeah, they're ugly as sin. So yeah, except Brioni. Brioni looks cool. I might put her in like the video somewhere, you know, just to show you what she looks like, because she actually looks like the coolest one. But anyway, speaking of Team Flare, we have a character that's somewhat associated with them, and that is AZ. Now, AZ was essentially like the descendant, not descendant, the great grandpapa of Lysander, and he's like, you know, like the brother of a king, the king. I can't remember much of AZ's story, but I know that like he had Pokemon that died, and he kind of went around for 2,000 years, you know, feeling depression and shit like that. Honestly, AZ had like a lot of potential to actually be a decent character, and it kind of bums me out though, because like there's like seeds and inklings of that there. But again, this is what I said before, that Pokemon, this game should have gotten a Z version, because AZ would have fit. Like there had to have been more to this character, and the fact that we don't see him again is really depressing. Like, you know, AZ could have had something to him. Like I really found him interesting. It just, he didn't got not really much development and characterization, so he just kind of exists, and that sucks. Because the ending scene of him reuniting with his Pokemon, there's no impact to it, because the only thing people remember about is the damn "it's been 3,000 years" meme. Oh man, AZ got done dirty though. I mean, I like the last ceremonial battle you have with him, but again, it means nothing to me as a character, because he doesn't get any development. You know, it would be a lot important if you met AZ throughout the game, talk to him, meet him, you know, have him drop some wisdom on you, and then, you know, when he gets captured by Lysander, it's actually a big deal. But no, it's not like that. You know, it sucks. It really does. But anyway, moving on from AZ, we'll move on to the Elite Four. The Elite Four is not very good in this game. The sad fact of the matter is the Elite Four don't have rematches. They don't have rematches, and they don't scale up their Pokemon. They have 4 Pokemon on the offset. I don't know why they have 4, but yeah, they have 4 Pokemon on the offset, and they don't upgrade when you come back. But yeah, you get the Elite Four members in the form of Malva. She's the Fire type Elite Four member, and apparently she used to be a member of Team Flare, which was just a drop. It didn't really expand to nothing, which kind of bums my ass out because she looks interesting as hell. Like, honestly, she looks more interesting than all the other members and all the other like she looks great even among the other members of Team Flare. But like the fact that she doesn't really do anything and she only drops, oh yeah, I was part of Team Flare, but now I'm not hanging out with them anymore. Yeah, that sucks. Because Malva looks really cool. She looks really interesting, and I like her. I like the way she acts. It's just you only get to see her that one moment, and that kind of sucks. The next member of the Elite Four is Seabold, and he runs Water type Pokemon. Seabold's actually kind of a challenge. Not gonna lie, he wasn't that bad, but he was actually kind of at least putting up some work. The only time I even remember Seabold much is from the anime, from the Mega Evolution specials, but it doesn't really count because this is Game Seabold, and Game Seabold doesn't really leave much of an impression, so he's pretty forgettable. Drasna, she's the Dragon type Elite Four member of the Dragon type Pokemon. Drasna, I like her. She's a really wise, older member of the Elite Four, and I like her. I honestly like wish. If any Pokemon characters were to ever go to another game to maybe have a vacation or something, Drasna and Malva deserve it. They need it. And the next member of the Elite Four, and the final one, is Wickstrom. He's the Elite Four member of the Steel type. Wickstrom is by far the most forgettable. I don't remember if he even appeared in the anime. That's the thing I don't get. I don't think Wickstrom even showed up in the Pokemon X and Y anime. I think he did, but for the life of me, I do not remember. And I remember everyone's appearances from the games into the anime. I don't remember seeing Wickstrom even once. And I did feel sad about it, because they could have worked more. Hell, he would work good in Sword and Shield, considering he's a knight. That would be a good way of carrying him over and giving him some character personality or some shit, but, whatever. It would have been nice. He's a knight. It would have been cool if he was in Sword and Shield. Whatever. Yeah, Elite Four are pretty forgettable, except out of Malva and Drasna. And the only reason I give a shit about Drasna is because I actually like her personality. She's pretty nice. And then we move on to the champion, Diantha, or whatever you want to call her. She is the champion of the Kalos region. And honestly, I like Diantha by design-wise, and she's a really nice woman. But she doesn't show up enough in the game for you to give a shit about her. I think one thing that obviously worked about Cynthia and some other champions, like, you knew them most of the game. Cynthia was like the best example. You see her periodically throughout the game, and she even helps you at certain occasions. That's what I liked about Cynthia, because you see her often. You see, like, and the same thing goes for Steven. You see them often enough to care about the trainers, and then once you fight them, it means more. You see Diantha once when she's having a conversation with Lysander about the beauty of the world, and you never see her again to the very end of the game. And it's like, oh wow, of course she was a champion. Ooh, like Diantha being the champion is not a twist, because it doesn't feel important. It's just like you see her so little and you're wondering like, oh man, she looks pretty designed well enough. I wonder who the champion is. Yada yada. But like with Cynthia, you could kind of not believe that she's a champion, and she wasn't told. If no one ever told you that, you could probably see her as like a wandering companion until you get to the end of the game, like, oh, Cynthia's the champion. Holy shit! Like it worked good that way. I don't know. Yeah, Diantha sucks, and her role in the story kind of sucks. I will admit that her having Mega Gardevoir is really cool. But other than that, nah, dude, she doesn't work, like, Diantha definitely needed more screen time to work at her shit, especially with a trainer who's a model, she could fit perfectly well with the beauty aesthetic and French aesthetic of Kalos. She would have worked better if we saw more of her, but whatever. So now, after all the game stuff, we move on to the post game, and one of the main biggest criticisms of Pokemon X and Y is that the post game is extremely lackluster, and I will agree to that. You don't get to do anything post game other than the whole Looker thing, the whole Looker side episode shit about Emma and everything, which is actually pretty decent from a story standpoint, but the actual execution was really, really bad. constantly having to go from same place to same place to discover shit, and then fighting Zero Sick, and then dealing like extra. It wasn't fun to go through, and I dread it every time I want to finish the game proper because I don't like skipping post game shit. But like, I legitimately want to skip it every time. Like, the whole Emma story is good and like story concept. I like doing it because like the story is actually nice. It's just doing it is the pain in the ass. And outside of that, all you have is like the Battle Mason, which the Battle Mason is just a poor man's excuse about Battle Tower. And then there's the Friend Safari. Honestly, I actually enjoyed the Friend Safari because one, it actually, you know, let me give a damn about people's friend codes for once in my life. And I was actually able to ask friends and join forums and shit, like going around the school and like back when the game came out, I was still in school, and so I went around the school and everybody's playing Pokemon X and Y, and I asked my friends, "Hey, y'all got friend codes? Let me talk about your friend codes." And you know, we all exchanged friend codes about Friend Safari. People used to go on forums and shit like that, talk about Friend Safari codes, and like, "Oh man, I have a Dragon Safari. What about you guys? Oh, I have a Grass Safari with this Pokemon." Like, it was like a big community, like a side community outside the actual games itself, and I like that. It's just, damn, dude, Friend Safari was actually good. Like, it actually, like, you actually find a chance to shiny Pokemon, good EVs, you know, etc., etc. I liked that. It was fun. It was fun back in the day. Like, even with the improved online features, it was pretty fun. And I will get in that in a minute. But yeah, like, Friend Safari was actually pretty well done. If only they carried it over. Like you know, the Switch still has friend codes. So I feel like it would have worked well in Pokemon Sword and Shield. But, you know, hey, whatever. Pokemon really doesn't carry over its really, really good ideas all that often. It kind of just wants every game to be unique, and I can kind of get that. But yeah, you definitely need that Friend Safari. But anyway, we're going to other miscellaneous features. I didn't talk about the EXP share. Now, for those who don't know, EXP share in the previous games, it was an equipable item. You equipped it to a Pokemon, and it will gain a lump sum of EXP that you gain in the battle without actually having to battle with that Pokemon. It was pretty nice, but although I felt like EXP share wasn't really worth using, even for low level Pokemon, because they will level up so slowly because they only get like a small amount of EXP. So what will be easier is to equip them with the EXP share and then like swap them out so they'll get the majority of the EXP rather than just a sum of it, you know. So yeah, it's yeah. But in this game, as X and Y going forward, the EXP share was modified into a way where it's now a key item, where it would let you have you would gain some experience from a battle, but all the Pokemon in your lineup gain all the experience, and it's been very controversial, really, really controversial, and I can kind of see where people are coming from. I get it that the EXP share makes games somewhat easier because all your Pokemon gain EXP now, so you don't really have to grind. But on the other hand, you don't have to grind with Pokemon no more. And back in the day, my main complaint about some Pokemon games was the grind-heavy aspect of it. Looking at you, Diamond and Pearl, like, holy shit, trying to grind for those later levels heading to the end of the game was a pain in the ass, even with the EXP share as a equipable item. But X and Y didn't really implement the EXP share all too well. Because of how the EXP share in this game acts, and there's like no really much of a challenge in X and Y, you will steamroll the entire game with the EXP share. And I never turned it off myself to try it. I think I have at one point. I tried to do a run through because the game doesn't take that long to beat. I think I did a run through of it, and the game wasn't that challenging, but it felt fair, you know. But now with the XP share on, you're just steamrolling everything, even along with the megas, you know. But I personally don't care about difficulty in Pokemon games. Honestly, I like it when I steamroll Pokemon games because it makes me feel like a goddamn god, Chad Lord shit. I don't give a shit about a Pokemon game being easy. I like playing it. Some people complain about this Pokemon game is too easy. Like, you know what? I could totally understand that. I definitely believe that a difficulty option should be implemented. Like better AI, better shit, or just, you know, not make it a difficulty option, just make a difficult Pokemon game. But I personally don't care. As long as the Pokemon game is fun, I don't care how easy it is, man. I don't really care. But yeah, EXP share was a bit of a touchy subject. It still is to this day because it's still in Oris, it's still in Sun and Moon, it's still in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, which I believe that the EXP share in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon is the best it's ever been because the game is balanced to compensate it for once. Oris kind of wasn't, but in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, the game is balanced for the EXP share to not make you grossly overleveled, and I like it for that. But anyway, yeah, it kind of bums me out. There's also new music in the game. Obviously, every Pokemon in the game gets a new song. New songs. I like the new music in this game. I like the Team Flare theme. I like Light Sanders theme. I like the Champion theme. I like the Elite Four theme. The Gym theme. The Gym theme was really controversial, but I liked it. So, like, to this day, I also like various town themes. Some routes were pretty nice. Like, the music in this game is good. Even gave us our very first vocal Pokemon song in the form of Kiseki, the ending theme of the game. It's actually kind of cool, though. It's pretty nice. The Kalos Power Plant theme is really sick. The regular trainer theme is actually pretty nice. It's really awesome. I remember before this game even came out, there was like a mock-up theme. Someone made it and they were like uploaded, and it was like they called it the Mega Evolution theme, which is actually one of the Q. What was that shit called? I forgot those idol things where you like pose and shit with your character. You get like a theme song for that. And they kind of modified in a way where it's like, oh, it's a Mega Evolution theme. Everyone bought it, but it was like, nah, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was just one of those idol themes. But hey, listen, it's an official song and not a fan-made song, so hey, you get the half of that, right? Yeah, music in this game is pretty good. It's Pokemon. Every game has good music. I don't care what anyone says. Even like the shittier Pokemon games, like the spin-offs, like shitty spin-offs, have good music. It's Pokemon. But anyway, egg hatching has also been egg hatching and breeding, as I was mentioning like way earlier in the video. That's been changed up a bit. You know, this is like my first time actually getting an online competitive Pokemon. I never did so in Black and White and Black and White 2. So I took a chance to get this game. It's actually a lot easier in this game because you got like you're able to trade faster in different ways. Friend Safari is a big help. Certain items help you out. Like I like this. Super Train's definitely a help. You know, this game's actually, like, it gave me an incentive to do online competitive Pokemon, and it didn't freaking piss me off doing it. I actually had fun and actually valuing other people and learning the strats and shit. I was actually learning online competitive for once in my life, and it carried over to Oris, but I kind of stopped doing it when Sun and Moon came out. But back when I was playing online competitive Pokemon, it was actually really fun. It was actually really fun. I was actually breeding and online competitive and shit. Like, that was, like, back then when I actually had the ability to do so. It was really, really fun, and I loved it. I really love it. Having friends to battle with and having, just having a good time was really cool. Like checking up on Smogon, learning about EVs, how they distributed, learning about the IVs and how they work, equipping the items, grinding for items. Like, it was really fun. I'll never forget those days. It was really fun. Online competitive Pokemon was actually really fun for me back in the day. Now I definitely don't think I could do it, but back then, hell yeah, it was like X and Y and Oris. Like actually, X and Y in general was like really, really cool. But I think that's the end of the video. I honestly don't know what else I could talk about. My experience with the game, I played the game a bunch of times over. As a matter of fact, when I first got the game, I played it for 2 days straight and beat it in under, I think, 25 hours, right? And I didn't know what to think. Like I was really playing that game hard, dude. Like it was Christmas, no one was going to school. I had so much time to burn. It was so fun back in the day, man. The game is still pretty fun, Like there are some things that they definitely should have had a Z version to fix shit. I definitely believe Z should have been a thing, because honestly, there are some problems with the game. There are a good amount of problems with the game that should have been fixed. Honestly, more battles with your rivals, better team composition for your rivals, more Pokemon, hell, more Megas for Pokemon who didn't get in Oris. Like if they structured it in a way like, hey, we have Pokemon, like they did with Fire and Leaf Green, right? They had Ruby and Sapphire, then they had Fire Red and Leaf Green, and then they had Emerald. If they structure this in a way where we have Pokemon X and Y, then we have Oris, then we have X and Y, Pokemon Z, where they took Pokemon from Oris and put it in Z, and improved some stuff from what they did in Oris, I feel like a Pokemon Z would have worked really well. Don't lump Zygarde's freaking 150% and 100% forms in a goddamn Sun and Moon. Don't do that. It has nothing to do with Zygarde, dude. If they put it on X and Y and have you search the world for the Zygarde stickers, that would have made so much sense. Like, what the shit, dude? Like, you just, ugh. Like, oh my god, dude, I can't get over that. I'll never get over that. That's just that's so dumb. But yeah, honestly, giving gym leaders more to do, more locations, Better things for Team Flare because they definitely need it. AZ definitely needs more screen time. Diaz needs more screen time. The Elite Four members need some more screen time. Malva definitely needed a connection to Team Flare than the bullshit excuse we got there. Wilkstrom definitely needed to do something. Drasna needed more screen time. Seabold needed to be some more screen time. You got restaurants all over Kalos. You can't tell me that you couldn't lump Seabold into one where you meet him early. Like, honestly, that would make sense. Ugh. Man, but yeah, post game definitely need an expand. I'm not asking for a Battle Frontier or anything, but damn, dude, y'all could have added something in post game. Like, I don't know, you guys could have added more like legendaries, events, trials, something. I don't know, man. Items, like something. Not just one city where you need to take a train to, and that's it. Hell no. Y'all could have copy and pasted the fight area for Christ's sakes. That would have been fine. At least it would have been post game content. God damn it. Ugh. And, obviously other online shit and, whatever. But, yeah, I think that's it. Honestly, I think that's it. That is all I wanted to say. Pokemon X and Y, not a bad game. Not a bad game. It's not the most well-loved Pokemon game these days. But I personally wanted to talk about it because it's not that bad of a game. I understand people hate it now these days, but honestly, Pokemon X and Y were my, they were a good experience. And even playing to this day, it's still a fun experience. It's still your standard Pokemon game. Yeah, it's easier, and yeah, there's a bunch of things that missed out on, but at the heart of it all, it's still a Pokemon game, and that's why I love it so much. But yeah, I'm out here, guys. Peace out, everyone. See you all next time. Hopefully, I'm able to talk about Oris next time, or any other Pokemon game, because I've been in a Pokemon mood these days, because I love the series so much. And hopefully, I'm able to get Sword and Shield done, because I've been really slacking on that game. So yeah, peace out, everyone. Goodbye.